Have you ever opened up a newspaper or a book and noticed the words start to fade right before your eyes? It's as if the sharpness disappears along with the joy of reading. Many people think the solution is just getting new glasses, but they forget that the eye muscles also need training. According to the World Health Organization, more than 2 billion people struggle with blurry vision that could be prevented. If you'd like to learn a simple exercise to bring back clarity, hit the like button and subscribe now. I'm Dr. Richard Bennett, a physician specializing in eye health for over 30 years, dedicated to helping people over 60 keep their vision clear and safe. Throughout my career, I've seen hundreds of patients face the same struggle, losing the joy of reading, sewing, or driving at night. That's why I want you to stay with me until the end of this video. I'll show you a forgotten exercise that can truly transform your daily life. Losing sharp vision doesn't happen overnight. It sneaks in slowly, almost without warning. At first, you notice you need to hold a book farther away to read clearly. Then, even with new glasses, things still look blurry. Suddenly, something as simple as reading the newspaper or checking a prescription label becomes a daily struggle. Have you ever tried to follow a line of text and felt like the letters were dancing in front of your eyes? That's one of the most common signs. And it's not just reading that suffers. At night, car headlights turn into blinding halos. At the grocery store, labels blur together. Even making a cup of tea or grabbing the right medication can feel risky. But the pain isn't just practical, it's emotional. Many of my patients tell me, "Doctor, I used to love reading the paper every morning. Now I have to stop after just a few lines." Others say they can't keep up with movie subtitles when watching with their grandkids. Every detail lost isn't just an inconvenience, it's a piece of life slipping away. And independence? That may be the biggest loss of all. Have you ever felt unsure crossing the street because you couldn't judge how far away a car was? Or feared tripping at night because you couldn't make out a step? These moments rob you of confidence, freedom, and even self-esteem. It's as if blurry vision dims not only images, but also your sense of autonomy. And what's the advice most people get? Just change your glasses. Here's the truth. Glasses matter, yes, but they don't strengthen the muscles that actually control focus. It's like replacing worn-out tires without fixing the alignment. It works for a while, but it doesn't solve the root problem. So let me ask you, isn't there another way beyond just depending on new prescriptions? The good news is there is, and it's within anyone's reach. Just like your legs get stronger with gentle walks, your eye muscles can also be trained. And here's what almost nobody tells you. Even at 60, 70, or 80 years old, your body still knows how to respond to care. This isn't about miracles. It's about simple, consistent habits. And among them lies a forgotten exercise that can transform the way you experience reading. That's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Pay close attention now, because this is serious. Weak vision is not the only danger. The greatest risk for people over 60 lies in falls, because they steal away your independence. Did you know that 96% of seniors over 60 have already suffered serious falls? And these falls are not just simple accidents. They often lead to fractures, and worse, they take away your independence, your freedom, and your confidence to walk safely. But there is a simple solution. With just 10 seconds a day, the neurobalance therapy protocol reactivates balance muscles forgotten by time, giving you back your stability and control over your life. Don't wait for the next fall. Regain your confidence today. Click the first link in the comments or point your camera at the QR code and start right now. I guarantee you, this protocol will transform your life. The common mistake: believing glasses are enough. Most people think that getting new glasses is all it takes to bring back clear vision. It sounds logical. If the lens is weak, just replace it. But here's the silent mistake. Glasses correct, but they don't strengthen the muscles of your eyes. It's like giving someone a cane, but never helping them exercise their legs. It helps, but it doesn't restore strength. Think of your eye like a camera. Glasses act like filters that adjust the image. But inside that camera is a natural lens, the crystalline lens, which constantly adjusts to focus on near or distant objects. The tiny muscles that control this focus are called the ciliary muscles. Over time, without stimulation, they stiffen up, making reading tiring, even with brand new glasses. This condition has a technical name, presbyopia, commonly called aging eyes or tired vision. According to the American Academy of Ophthalmology, it affects virtually everyone after age 40. But here's the key detail. The speed of its progression depends on how active your eyes remain. In other words, it's not just about age, it's about stimulation. A study published in the Journal of Vision Science found that older adults who practiced eye focus exercises were able to maintain sharp reading longer than those who only changed their glasses. The difference came down to muscle training. Let me share the story of Mr. Allen, a 72-year-old retiree. He loved detective novels, but in recent years, after just 15 minutes of reading, the words would blur. Every 6 months, he got new glasses. They helped, but only for a short while. When he discovered eye exercises, he realized something crucial. It wasn't just the lens that needed adjustment, it was also his visual muscles. By adding simple daily practices, he was able to return to reading for long stretches without pain or frustration. His story shows us that glasses are part of the solution, but not the whole answer. It's like swapping out the tires but ignoring the engine. It works temporarily, but the wear and tear returns. Ask yourself, am I relying only on lenses while my eyes are crying out for movement? Glasses are important, yes, but they shouldn't be the only answer. Strengthening your eye muscles is the missing step that can extend clarity and restore the joy of reading. It's not about throwing away your glasses, it's about giving your eyes natural allies on the journey to sharper vision.
The science behind eye exercises. When people hear about eye exercises, many imagine something mystical or complicated. But it's nothing like that. It's simply guided movement for your eye muscles, as real as walking to keep your legs strong. Picture a new rubber band. It stretches easily, snaps back quickly, and works smoothly. Now think of that same rubber band left in a drawer for years, unused. It stiffens, loses flexibility, and breaks with the slightest pull. That's exactly how your eye muscles behave. Without training, they lose the ability to adjust focus efficiently. Each group of muscles has a specific role. The ciliary muscle controls the crystalline lens, the eye's natural lens, focusing near and far objects. The extraocular muscles guide eye movement across a page or while tracking a line. When these muscles weaken or stiffen, the result is tired vision, blurriness, and even headaches. And science backs this up. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Ophthalmology showed that accommodation exercises, shifting focus between near and distant objects, helped older adults regain part of their visual adjustment speed. Meanwhile, researchers at the University of Tokyo found that simple eye movement practices reduced visual fatigue in seniors who read daily. So let me ask you, if you work out your arms and legs to stay mobile, why wouldn't you do the same for your eyes? Take Mrs. Thompson, a 69-year-old retired teacher. After decades of intense reading, she felt the words slipping away from her eyes. Even with glasses, fatigue hit quickly. Curious, she decided to try focus exercises, shifting her gaze several times a day from her book to a tree outside her window. She also gently moved her eyes in different directions, like tracing an invisible clock. Within weeks, she noticed she could read longer without headaches. Smiling, she told me, "My eyes got their stamina back." Her story illustrates the real power of eye exercises. They're not about replacing glasses, they're about energizing the muscles that support your vision. Small, steady movements can mean more time enjoying your favorite book, more comfort, and less frustration. Think of eye exercises as a light walk for your eyes. They don't bring instant miracles, but they build strength day after day. Simple, accessible, possible at any age.
The forgotten exercise, line tracking. Few people know this, but back in the early 20th century, when children were learning to read, teachers also trained their eyes to follow text. It was common to assign tracking drills, moving the eyes smoothly across each line without shifting the head, strengthening both coordination and visual attention. Over time, that practice disappeared. Today, rediscovering it may be the key to bringing fluency back to reading. Have you ever lost your place in a paragraph and had to go back several times to find the right line? That happens because the eyes slip out of alignment during movement. Line tracking fixes that problem. It's like putting your eyes on invisible rails, gliding from one side of the page to the other with steady rhythm. This kind of training strengthens the extraocular muscles, which guide eye movement, and also sharpens the connection between vision and the brain, making reading more organized and less tiring. And yes, science proves it works. A 2019 study published in the Vision Development and Rehabilitation Journal followed older adults who practiced tracking drills for 6 weeks. The result? They reported less eye strain and significantly increased their reading speed. In other words, training eye movement can be just as effective as training your legs for a long walk. Take Mrs. Garcia, a 74-year-old retired seamstress. She confessed that when trying to follow sewing instructions, the lines would slip away from her eyes. With guidance, she began practicing line tracking, picking short books with simple sentences and spending just 5 minutes a day following each line with her eyes. At first, it felt silly, she said, but after 2 weeks, I could follow a line all the way through without losing my place. It was like relearning to walk with steady steps. Stories like hers reveal the real impact of this forgotten exercise. It requires no technology, costs nothing, and can restore confidence in reading. Every line followed clearly is another reminder that your vision can still be your partner, not your enemy. And here's the key. There's no rush. The exercise works best when done slowly and deliberately, almost like a gentle dance of the eyes across the words. Line tracking is the forgotten practice that rebuilds discipline and clarity in your gaze. It's simple, accessible, and capable of turning reading back into a pleasure. Not magic, just training.
How to apply it at home in just 3 minutes a day. Knowing there's a helpful exercise is inspiring, but what truly changes your life is learning how to make it part of your daily routine. The good news? Line tracking doesn't require expensive devices or long training sessions. With just 3 minutes a day, you can start noticing more comfort in your vision. And what if, starting tomorrow, you could try this simple ritual? Here's the step-by-step. 1. Choose the right material. Pick something printed, a book, newspaper, or magazine. Avoid phone screens. The glare and distractions make it harder on your eyes. Clean, well-defined lines are best, like rails guiding your gaze. 2. Adjust the distance. Hold the text about 16 inches from your eyes, roughly the distance from your bent elbow to your hand. This keeps focus natural and prevents overstraining the muscles. 3. Set up the lighting. Light should come from the side or behind you, never straight into your eyes. A soft desk lamp or daylight by a window works perfectly. Poor lighting forces your eyes to work harder, speeding up fatigue. 4. Do the exercise. Keep your head still and move only your eyes. Follow each line across the page to the end, then gently move down to the next one. Do this for 2 to 3 minutes. Don't worry about understanding the text. The goal is training movement, not comprehension. 5. Finish with relaxation. Close your eyes for 10 seconds. Take a deep breath. Imagine your eyes resting in warm water. This quick step reinforces the sense of relief. Science backs it up. Researchers at the University of Sao Paulo found that older adults who practiced daily line tracking adapted faster to focus changes and reported less discomfort after long reading sessions. In other words, the exercise truly strengthens visual endurance. A real-life story. Mrs. Peterson, 66, loved crossword puzzles, but could only enjoy them for about 15 minutes before her vision blurred. Once she added 3 minutes of tracking to her routine, she was able to keep playing much longer without eye strain. She smiled and said, "It feels like my eyes have more stamina now." The secret isn't time, it's consistency. 3 minutes may sound small, but added up over weeks, it transforms your reading experience. Think of it like watering a plant. It's not the big bucket once in a while that keeps it alive, but the daily drops. So, let me ask you, what would it mean for your life if you could once again read an entire newspaper without strain?
Stories touch us more deeply than any scientific chart. They show what's truly possible, even after 60, 70, or 80. Let me share the story of a man I'll call Mr. Raymond, 68, a retired construction worker. Every morning he had the same ritual: sit at the kitchen table with a hot cup of coffee and the newspaper spread open. For him, it wasn't just about the headlines, it was freedom, connection, and a way to stay engaged with the world. But little by little, that joy began to fade. Have you ever tried reading only to feel the words vanish into blur after just a few minutes? That's what happened to him. Even with new glasses, clarity didn't last. Within 10 minutes, the letters turned to smudges. Frustrated, he started leaving the paper folded on the table. "It felt like losing part of my day," he said. Then he discovered the line tracking exercise. At first, he thought it was nonsense. How could just following lines with my eyes make any difference? But he gave it a try. Before actually reading, he spent 3 minutes training his eyes, following each line calmly, head still, eyes gliding back and forth. The first week, nothing major, but by week 2, he could read for 15 minutes without blur. By week 4, he was back to finishing the whole newspaper, pausing only to blink and rest his eyes. His smile when he told me was unforgettable. "I got my mornings back. I got my life back." Science helps explain why. Regular line tracking strengthens the coordination of the extraocular muscles and reduces eye fatigue. But the real impact isn't in research papers. It's in the way someone like Mr. Raymond feels when he regains a lost habit. So I'll ask you, what would it mean to reclaim a joy you thought was gone? Maybe it's reading your prayers, sewing again, or watching TV with crisp subtitles. For Mr. Raymond, it was his newspaper. For you, it could be something else that brings meaning to your day. His story proves we're not talking about miracle promises, but about practical steps. Simple exercises, practiced patiently, can restore clarity, enjoyment, and independence. If he could reclaim his morning ritual, you can rediscover yours too. Knowing your eyes can be trained is powerful, but what truly changes your life is turning that knowledge into a daily habit. Just like brushing your teeth or sipping your morning coffee, this ritual needs to be simple, quick, and enjoyable. And what if I told you that with just 3 minutes a day, you could give your eyes the equivalent of a light walk, keeping your muscles active and your vision more comfortable? Here's how to do it. 1. Prepare the environment. Sit somewhere quiet with good lighting. Natural daylight from a window or a soft desk lamp works best. Avoid light shining directly into your eyes. Think of it as setting the stage. The better the setup, the better the results. 2. Quick warm-up. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Then gently massage your temples and the area around your eyes in circular motions. This boosts circulation and relaxes the muscles, like stretching your legs before a walk. 3. The main exercise, line tracking. Grab a book or newspaper and hold it about 16 inches from your eyes, roughly the distance of your bent arm. Without moving your head, follow each line only with your eyes, left to right. At the end of each line, glide down to the next one. Do this for 2 to 3 minutes. Remember, the goal isn't to understand the content, but to train the movement. 4. Conscious blinking. While focusing, many people blink less, which dries out the eyes. So remind yourself to blink naturally during the exercise. Each blink spreads your natural tears, keeping your eyes lubricated and comfortable. 5. Relaxation to close. When you're done, close your eyes for 10 seconds. Imagine them soaking in warm water, releasing all tension. This simple visualization helps lock in the feeling of rest. Science that backs the ritual. Harvard researchers observed that seniors who practiced simple exercises like line tracking and focus shifting reported less fatigue and more clarity after weeks of consistent practice. The takeaway: it's not about one big day of effort, it's the steady rhythm of daily care. An inspiring story. Mrs. Alvarez, 70, a widow, made this ritual part of her mornings right after her coffee. At first, I thought it was silly, she admitted, but I realized I could read my evening prayers much more easily. Now, my eyes feel like they have more energy. This step-by-step is simple, free, and can be done anywhere. It doesn't replace your glasses or medical checkups, but it gives you something precious: clarity and independence. 3 minutes a day may sound small, but stacked up, they become a powerful ally for your vision. So let me ask you, will you wait for your eyesight to weaken further, or will you water it daily with this simple act of care?
Beyond line tracking, there's a nearly forgotten technique that can bring instant relief to tired eyes: palming. Simple, natural, and safe, it feels like giving your eyes a warm bath of comfort. How it works: rub your palms together until you feel warmth. Gently close your eyes. Cup your warm hands over them without pressing, letting the heat and darkness settle in. Take deep breaths and stay like this for 30 to 60 seconds. The effect is surprising. The warmth relaxes the eye muscles, improves circulation, and eases that gritty sand in the eyes feeling so common at the end of the day. It's like turning off the lights in a room for a moment, letting everything reset. Science confirms it. A study published in the International Journal of Yoga found that simple relaxation practices like palming significantly reduced eye fatigue in people who spent long hours reading or in front of screens. Take Mr. Johnson, 73, a crossword puzzle lover. After 20 minutes, his eyes would feel dry and blurry. By adding palming during his breaks, he could enjoy his puzzles much longer. He summed it up perfectly. It's like my eyes get a fresh start. I come back with new energy. Palming doesn't replace glasses or exercises, but it's a powerful complement. In under a minute, you can restore freshness and comfort. So let me ask you, can you imagine the impact of adding palming to your 3-minute daily ritual? If there's one thing I want you to take from this video, it's this: it's not too late to care for your vision. Even after 60, 70, or 80, your body still responds to care. Every small action, an exercise, a minute of relaxation, a daily ritual is a step toward clarity. And you're not alone. Millions of people feel the same frustration: letters that dance on the page, burning eyes at the end of the day, fear of losing independence. But millions are also discovering that with simple habits, it's possible to regain comfort and confidence. Remember, glass is correct, but it's your eye muscles that sustain sharpness. And just like your legs and arms, they can be trained. That's the beauty of the human body. It always responds to consistent care, no matter your age. Think of the examples we've shared: Mr. Raymond, who got back his morning paper, or Mrs. Alvarez, who could once again read her nightly prayers. They didn't experience miracles, but they reaped the rewards of small, steady steps. That's what creates transformation, the sum of daily choices. I want you to hold on to these 3 truths like a chorus for your life. It's not too late. You're not alone. Your body still responds to care. Protecting your vision isn't just about seeing words. It's about seeing moments, faces, and stories. It's about keeping alive the details that give life its meaning. So let me ask you, what do you choose to see more clearly from now on? If this video brought you clarity, now it's time to take the next step. First, hit the like button. This simple action helps more people discover that there are natural and safe ways to protect their vision after 60. Second, share it. Maybe you know someone, a friend, a neighbor, or even a family member who's given up on reading because of eye strain. Sending this video might be the push they need to get that joy back. Third, subscribe to the channel. Here you'll find new content with tips, stories, and exercises to help you keep your eyesight sharp and your independence strong. Practical information, science-based, always explained in a simple, caring way. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these exercises will you try first? Will it be line tracking, the 3-minute ritual, or the relaxing palming technique? Drop your answer in the comments. Your choice might inspire others to start as well. Remember, every action counts. Liking, sharing, and subscribing are ways of spreading hope and showing it's possible to age with sharper vision, more freedom, and greater confidence. So make your choice right now. Like, share, subscribe, and comment which step you'll take first. Your eyes deserve this care.